Hi, Jason. I'm Valerie Milano from the Hollywood Times.
Hey,
Nice to
Valerie.
meet you virtually.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right. So I saw your film, and I'm sorry that were you out here for Dancing with Films?
I was there last weekend for our showing. I didn't get to stay for the whole thing, but for the opening party and the Saturday showing.
And I was in Palm Springs covering the Palm Springs Shorts Fest.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
very good.
Cool.
And Outfest is coming up very soon.
Yes.
So, how many have you actually brought your film to many other film festivals?
We premiered actually. World premiere was at Dancing with Films, and so we just started applying to festivals and hearing back. So we've got a bunch we haven't heard back from yet. We're just now starting to kind of get all the get some acceptance. So yeah, we have Woods Hole coming up beginning of August. And then the following week we have Out South, which is in Durham, North Carolina, which is a great one. I did my first film with them. And then everything else we haven't heard from yet.
Yeah, so your first film was Cocktail Hour? Was that wait, is that the name of it?
First film, yeah, Cocktail
Yeah.
Hour.
All right. Cool. Good for you. Well, I love your film. I
Thank you.
actually it sort of it didn't I didn't even know that it was LGBT related until the end. Was that on purpose?
I mean, it
That
was, you mean that they were a
that
couple?
they were a couple. Exactly.
Well, there was in the beginning they said there was a line in the beginning where she's like, we're dead this marriage. So that
Okay,
it
I must
wasn't a
have seen that.
surprise that yeah, it was kind of known. But I didn't, make it about them being gay or being lesbian or um being, it was more about just them struggling through what universally couples struggle through. Because I find that more interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I appreciated it. I kind of, for me, because I'm very involved and I'm bisexual, and I was like, I kind of liked the surprise because I'm kind of glad I missed that line because it kind of, for me, it sort of took me aback that it was, wow, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know their relationship. I didn't know if they were sisters or best friends. I mean,
yeah.
obviously they were in bed together, so I thought they were best friends, or maybe they were caretakers. But anyway, aside from that, I won't even
No
we won't
worries, no
talk
worries.
about that. Um, the so my actually my real questions are, I mean, you are the writer, the director, the producer. That's a lot. Is that what you did on your other film, your first film?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a co-producer, Jeanette Bonner, for both films, who did a wonderful job and really, especially with my first film, walked me through it. Some of the things, having not ever done this before. Second film, I'm starting to get my pacing, but I still needed her to really kind of be there.
Yeah.
And then on the second film as well, Derek Amangwal, who's our cinematographer for both films, is also producer on this one.
I really enjoyed it. So why a hamster?
Well, I actually originally wrote it about a dog because it was sort of loosely based on my experience losing a pet. And the script was like really a little too sad and for me. And I write comedy, and I was just like, I was really afraid it was just going to be melodramatic, and not that I don't mind, over the top sort of drama, but I was a little nervous that it was just going to be not fit into what I usually do. And so I was trying to find ways to lighten it up, give it a little more edge, a little more quirkiness, and switching the dog out to a hamster sort of did the trick. And then once I did that, it just sort of kind of came all together. And I've had hamsters growing up, so I guess I have a little bit of a, connection to them.
It seems like the hamster wheel in the beginning of the short it kind of seemed to be symbolic. Was that just
Yeah,
me? Can you expound on this?
sure. It's, it's they're spinning the wheel, and we're kind of all doing that, and it's sort of Ruth. This hamster has distracted Ruth from the cracks in her marriage, perhaps the cracks in her life. It has brought, the joy the hamsters brought has has also kept her from maybe really observing things or really soaking some other things in. And so once the hamster dies, she has this sort of she's sort of enlightened. I don't know if enlightened is the right word because it's sort of a darkened enlightened or realization, I should say, that these things have been going on around her that she hasn't really picked up on, um and so she's sort of, in a sense, been spinning the wheel and thinking she's been kind of getting somewhere, and really she's sort of been in place, and now it's sort of come to surface with the death of the hamster.
Sure. And the Connie's behavior, is it, did you mean for it to be borderline abusive?
Not necessarily abusive, more, sort of a, it's meant to be laughed at. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's not, it's a comedy. And,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
when the couples are together for that long, and they've been together for 25 years, there is sometimes, there's not a lot of sugarcoating things, um, and you that might seem really sad or really romantic. Maybe some people see it abusive. I see it as sort of a comfortable level, maybe too comfortable. But it is, you know, it's where you end up when you have completely sort of dropped any sort of facade, and you are being the real you with the other person, I think. So, and so, yeah, there's certainly a question there of like, how much do you actually give into that, and how much do you keep some sort of a politeness or respect, or a connection to kind of keep the flame going. So, and I think every couple sort of who's certainly, who's been long-term couples, I should say, sort of have to sort of balance that constantly.
Very true. Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I guess abusive wasn't the right word. That was a little harsh, but I can see now thinking on the film, because it's been a few days. Yeah, that was kind of a rough, yeah, estimation of her personality and the way she
She's
was
certainly
with.
rough, and I'm sure there's certain people out there would not take that, and yeah, she's certainly it's, I think, really relative. I think some people would find it abusive, absolutely.
Well, I do hope that you think about bringing it out to Outfest, and if I can help in any way, please don't hesitate to ask, because I'm like really going through the whole Outfest movies right now myself, and I want to get this one written up, and I'm going to definitely give it to the guys over there.
Yeah,
Um,
I think at this point we've missed the boat on that.
yeah,
So
this is very true, but
yeah,
hey, it's
so
still, yeah, you're
but
going to have
there's
another one.
plenty of other
Yeah,
festivals down the pipeline that
yeah, for sure.
including a lot of LGBTQT festivals
Sure.
that I hope to take part of. Like I said, we have Out South in
Yeah.
August. So yeah.
Well, so how long did it take you to film?
It was 3 days production. It's never enough. We'll always could have
Yeah.
used more. It's a marathon, 12-hour days, just trying to get through it and get every shot. And it's a miracle you get it at the end. But yeah, 3 days.
And you're based out of New York. You're in New
Based in New
York now.
York, we filmed in the Hudson Valley,
Oh, okay.
an hour and a half north of the city.
And the casting, were they friends of yours, or you just sort of
No,
called it
we
out?
did a proper casting with breakdown services.
Okay.
Um, Marilyn Bush is who played Connie, is in the New England area. She's a working actor who's done some great things. She's in Coda, and um, you know, and Joan Shangold has I think more of a theater background, but you know, does a lot of film work as well, who played Ruth. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I want to try to kind of change gears here. About the wallpaper.
Oh yeah.
It was so poignant in their house. Was this used to somehow highlight the monotony, for lack of a better word, of their basic lives together?
Yeah, I mean, I did the set decorating. I spent a week up there before we filmed and did the fake the flower wall is all was done for the film, whereas the wallpaper in their bedroom with the animals sort of peeking in, which worked so well, that actually was there already. And you know, it gives it a I feel like it gives it a nice sort of contrast and conflict, you know, with the flowers behind Connie, but she's just the flowers, you know, she's sort of not blossoming anymore. She's sort of this dying flower, this miserable, unhappy flower, and yet she's got these bright, loud flowers behind her. So, you know.
Well, good. Well, I know that you're busy. It's later there. Are you working? Are you thinking about your next project yet?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I've been kind of been a crazy week after Dancing with the Films. I've been traveling a lot, and so now I just got home here after being gone for 2 weeks and sat down trying to just figure out what's next, beyond the film festivals that are coming up. Kind of get the next short or the next screenplay, or we'll see.
Oh, good. Well, you can keep the Hollywood Times posted. And how can we find you? How can our viewers, our readers look you up and find
Sure.
you?
Um, you can find me on my website, jasonlaurits.com. That's JASONLAURITS.com. I also have a graphic t-shirt line that I've been doing for a long time called Paste, and that's pastetshirts.com.
Cool.
So
Great. Did you enjoy this film festival? Did you stay
very
right
much.
there at Hollywood and Highland? Did you
I did.
stay?
I was right at the
Yeah.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, wow, that old
just
hotel.
across the street.
A lot
Yeah,
of
they had
lot
the
of
own
stories
party
there.
there. My God, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it feels like a dream now. I was there in and out. I couldn't stay too long. Um, and it just seems like it did, yeah, didn't happen.
Great. Well, good. Well, I just want to thank you for the time. Unless there's more that you would like to tell us.
I think that's it. Thank you
Okay,
for
sweetie.
having me. It was very nice meeting
Excellent.
you.
Thank you. Ditto. All right. Well, we'll definitely keep in touch and I'll send you the link and I hope to see you again, especially in person.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, Jason. Thanks again. Have
Thank
a
you.
great evening.
You as well.
All right. Bye.